Hi, my name is Susan Palmer, and I would like to help you learn how to play the guitar. This lesson covers pages 26, 29, 31, and 35 in the Guitar Lesson Companion. If you don't already have your own copy, you can pick one up right now at leadcatpress.com. This is an intermediate level lesson. I want you to watch it and see if it makes sense to you, but there's some really tricky concepts here. So if it's too challenging for you right now, then come back to it, preferably after you've completed all of the A-level lessons. I think it'll make more sense then. Now you know a lot of notes and you know a lot of rhythms. It's about time that you start applying these concepts to the songs that you want to play. Ask your teacher for song suggestions, and if you don't have a teacher, message me and I'll send you some suggestions of my own. I want to get you started with another warm-up exercise. This exercise is on page 8 in your book, and it's called the 1, 2, 3, 4 shift exercise. As the name implies, I'm going to start with a 1, 2, 3, 4, just as the previous exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to shift up to the next string and do 1, 2, 3, 4 there. I'm going to shift again. I'm going to shift again. I'm going to shift again. And one more time. Now I'm going to go in reverse, and I do want you to practice this much slower than I am. I'm trying to save time here on the video. 4, 3, 2, 1, shift, 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 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so that should keep you busy for a while. I want to go over some rhythms now. Rhythms are really tricky to read. I had a hard time reading them for a long time, and I looked at almost every book on the market, and I couldn't find one that had enough exercises or a very clear explanation on reading rhythms. So I'm hoping that I can provide you with that clear explanation in this video, and you definitely have enough exercises in the book to keep you busy so that you really learn the system for counting. I don't want you to memorize these rhythms. I want you to come up with a system that will enable you to read any rhythm as you come across it when you're reading music. It's no fun to be stuck in a piece of music with a specific rhythm. So I'm going to help you develop that system for counting so that you'll never have that problem again. Wouldn't that be great? Alright, well, it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of patience and practice and focus on your part, and I just want you to know that I believe in you and you have my full encouragement on this because it's so valuable, and I think you're going to find it very beneficial to your playing. Alright, so if you can count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, you can play almost any rhythm that's out there. And I'm going to show you how. Now first, I just put these dots under the different syllables here. And all I'm going to do is when I say the note 1, I'm actually going to hit a note on my guitar. When I say and, I'm going to hit a note on my guitar. When I say 2, I'm not going to hit anything because there's no dot there, and so on. So this rhythm that I've written out in a very simplified form is going to look and sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Simple, right? Let's try it together one more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now here I wrote out the same rhythm, but I've got the picking strokes in here. Now part of this system of learning how to read music and rhythms involves keeping your pick consistent with the upbeats and downbeats in music. If you're tapping your foot to music, that's even better because whenever your foot goes down, that's going to be on the downbeat. Your pick should also go down. When your foot is up, then use an upstroke with your pick. That's going to be the upbeat. So as you can see here, all of the numbers are on downbeats. They're all using a down pick. All of the ands, the halfway point in between those beats, use an up pick. So hopefully that will help you. Now let's try this again, and I'm going to be real consistent with my picking. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I'm going to hold up my guitar and do the same thing so you can see what I'm doing with my picking. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now I want you to notice something that I'm doing. It's called ghost picking. I keep my hand moving, my picking hand moving, even if I'm not playing a note. I'm actually ghosting those notes. That's going to help me stay consistent with my counting. That's something that you might want to do at this early stage of counting and playing these rhythms. When you get a little further along, you might not have to do that. But you know what? Even when I'm encountering a real tricky rhythm, I'll go ahead and ghost pick those notes just so that I know where I'm at in the measure. Now this is what that same rhythm looks like when I put the actual note type with them. This is a single eighth note. A single eighth note looks a lot like a quarter note, except that it has a flag on the end of it. And a single eighth note is worth half of a beat, so it just gets the first half of beat 1. And a quarter note is worth a full beat, so that's going to get the and of 1 and the next beat 2. Then I have a single eighth note, that's worth half of a beat, and then I have the conclusion of the measure, the second half of the measure, is just a half note, and that's good for 2 full beats. So 3 and is 1 beat, and then 4 and is the next beat. So I'm going to play this rhythm one more time with those actual notes there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. One more time, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now this is a slightly different rhythm. I'm going to go ahead and play this one for you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And let me give you some more examples here. Now I'm starting with the half note, and then I've got the single eighth note tricky rhythm here in the second half of the measure. That's going to look and sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Here's another example. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And I have one more example here. These are all in the book. You'll find them on page 29, starting about halfway down the page. Here's the final example. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And I really want you to watch that picking. So that you have all those rhythm exercises, those are going to help you really absorb these concepts, so work really, really hard on those. And, you know, it does take a lot of work, so have fun, work hard. Thanks.